Can I tell you what's been on my
Hey everyone, welcome to the Farm and Pastor's Wife. I'm so glad you're here. Hey listen, I have no idea what kind of video this is going to be, or if it's going to be a standalone video or whatever. Well, let me just tell you, today is a special day around here. It is my daughter's birthday, Caroline's birthday. And she's going to be she's working her job right now, and then when she gets off this afternoon, she's going to the greenhouse nursery. If you don't know about that, you'll need to check out that video. I plan on putting a video up prior to this one and explaining everything going on and showing you a little bit around the place. And so there won't be a birthday dinner. We kind of celebrated her and Bryant on the same day. Bryant for Father's Day, her for her birthday. And so we're not really going to have a meal per se, but she has requested a peach cobbler. So that's what we're making. Let me grab everything we need. I'll be right back. Okay, so let me tell you, I have very little of what I need for this recipe. And let me just say, listen, that is why I do this channel, to show you can still do things even if you don't have what you need. Now, I like to make a peach cobbler with fresh peaches. I prefer that. That's the way I like it. Well, I do not have fresh peaches. I had maybe a little over a cup of frozen fresh peaches that I had sliced up and stuck in a freezer and frozen. So I have thawed those. I have opened two of these that I canned myself, and I've drained them. I reserved the juice in case we need some extra juice. So what I've done so far, let's go over here to the stove. What I've done so far is I've put my frozen peaches in here. I've added some sugar, and then I have my canned ones sitting here ready. Also, I added some vanilla flavoring in this, and I brought it to a boil. And so once it cools down, I'm going to add in the canned peaches. And so I will leave my actual fresh peach recipe down in the description, but I'm just letting you follow along with me as I make do when I don't have everything I need. That's what I love to do, is teaching you guys how to get by when you don't have everything. This was a spur of the moment meal. This was, not meal, but dessert. I didn't realize she was wanting a peach cobbler till last night, and should have got peaches while I was at the farmer's market yesterday, but I didn't know. So first thing, let me tell you, first thing I'm going to do is I have my 9x13 and I have a stick of butter, and I've got my oven preheating. I'm going to stick this in the oven and let the butter melt while it's preheating. So let me get you turned down here so you can see what I'm doing. I have my batter bowl here, and I'm going in with a cup of all-purpose flour and a tablespoon of baking powder. I'm going to put a couple of dashes of cinnamon in here, and we're going to give that a whisk. I'm also going to put a couple of dashes in my peaches. So I'm going to give this a whisk. Okay, there's one other thing I'm out of, and I can't believe I'm out of it, but I'm out of milk. So what I did was I took some heavy cream and I diluted it with water. So we kind of have milk here that was once heavy cream. So we're going in here with a cup of milk, and I'm going to grab some vanilla. A little squirt of vanilla going in. And you want to just whisk this up really good. And if I feel like it's a little too thick, I can always add like a little bit of water. Okay, so now we're over here at our peaches. I'm going to add in my canned peaches right in there. They're not near as pretty as the frozen ones. We're going to add those in there. It's going to be a delicious peach cobbler. And I'm excited. Okay, so we are ready. Just as soon as my butter gets melted and the oven preheats, I'll bring you right back. And as all good people do, you get ahead of yourself and you forget the sugar. So let's add some sugar into this batter. We're going to add a cup of sugar. Good gracious. All right. Now we're cooking. See, you can make all kinds of mistakes, and as long as you catch them early enough, you can fix them. Very good. That's perfection. Okay, now let's move over to the peaches. Okay, everybody, real briefly, I have just gotten out my butter out of the oven, but real briefly, let's go over what's in our batter again, just in case you missed it. It's a cup of all-purpose flour, 1 tablespoon of baking powder, a cup of sugar, a couple of dashes of cinnamon, and a cup of milk. Now, in my case, I had to water down some heavy cream, but I have a husband who drinks milk just as fast as I can get it here. So, here is my melted butter. There's no point in putting a pot or a bowl in the microwave and melting your butter. Just melt it in the pan you're going to bake it. Then you don't have to grease your pan. It's a win-win situation. Just melt it while the oven's preheating. You can't go wrong that way. Now, if you're new to making cobblers, let me explain this. I'm sure the majority of you have made cobblers before. But if by chance you're new here and you have never made a cobbler, this may seem like out of order. But you put on top of the butter, the melted butter, you pour your batter in first. And on top of the batter, you add your fruit. And then it puffs up around your fruit, and your fruit becomes the middle layer, or the bottom layer. So, I just wanted to explain that because I know sometimes that may seem backwards. So we're going to pour our batter in here. This beautiful, wonderful batter. And I'm one of those that likes to get out every last drop, unless there's somebody here to lick the bowl. Then I'll let them come lick the bowl. But listen, this is probably one of the easiest desserts you'll ever make. You can make it with canned peaches. I just prefer fresh, but like I said, I don't have fresh. So let's grab our peaches real quick. And I'm just going to start spooning them, and we're going to add the sauce, the liquid that was formed from the sugar. And this is my canned peaches and frozen peaches mixed together. And I added some sugar. I drained the sugar sauce off the canned peaches, and I didn't add quite as much sugar as my normal recipe calls for because my canned peaches have already been sweetened. So the only ones that weren't sweet were the ones that were frozen. And I just make sure I have peaches everywhere. Everywhere. We're going to add the rest of the peaches, the juice. I like, now, cobblers come in many different forms. There is a really cake-like cobbler, but I like a sloppy cobbler. I like a juicy, moist, just where there's some syrup in there cobbler. So that's what my aim is for this cobbler. And sometimes I never know till I get it out if I got everything right in the way I wanted it. But this is going in about a 375 degree oven. We'll check it at 30 minutes. Well, everyone, I know you're dying to know all about the peach cobbler. It was absolutely beautiful. I got it out of the oven, and I gave Bryant a little bitty piece immediately. Now, he is being super strict on his diet this week, so this week. But anyway, so he only wanted a little bitty bite, so he said it was absolutely delicious. So I was going to do Caroline on the taste test. Well, she went to the greenhouses after she got off work yesterday, and she worked super hard. The boys played outside while she worked. Jamie came and worked. Isaac and I came and worked. Well, I didn't work. I watched Benji. That's not work. And Bryant came and worked in the afternoon, the evening. And so it was just, we were all exhausted. Because we had all worked, and Bryant had done ministry during the day, and so it was just a long day. And so what I did was, she said, "Mama, I'm so exhausted." She goes, "Can you bring it over here to the house?" So as soon as I got home late last night, I ran in the house, grabbed her peach cobbler, and carried it over to her house. And she sent Jamie to go get vanilla ice cream. And so I didn't get to do a taste test video, but she has sent me a text message. So let me insert that right here. So anyway, it ended up being really good. She loved it. It was a little bit darker than normal, and I think that was just due to I put a little extra cinnamon in the batter, and the batter became a little darker, which that probably just enhanced the flavor. So, all right, let me see what else is going on, and then I'll be right back. So, there's not a whole lot going on today. I think I may can up some squash. I have a little bit. I don't know that I have a full canner of squash. So, I'm going to figure that out. So, I'm just going to do what I can do. And, yeah. So, anyway, listen, there'll be some canning videos coming up. I know not everybody is into canning, and that's fine, but I'll be filming it because that's what I'm doing, and that's how I film for you guys. It's whatever I'm doing. I'll film for you guys, and I really would like to take the fear out of canning. For those of you who may have never tried it, we're going to do some pressure canning. I like to show the water bath canning first, which I've shared that a few times with you guys already. In the last little bit, we've done quite a bit of water bath canning. So we're going to do a little bit of pressure canning, because I want to take the fear out of it for you guys. I'm somewhere in between a by the book canner and a rebel. I'm like not a full-blown rebel canner, and I'm not a full-blown by the book canner. I'm somewhere in the middle, I guess. I don't follow everything. In fact, I don't even know what the guidelines are, really. I just go by how I was taught, how I've been doing it for years, and how it's worked for me for years, and let the chips fall where they may. But what I also want you to know is for you guys to do your research in canning. It is so rewarding to can. I feel so proud. Yesterday when I made, or today, on today's video, it was yesterday for me, when I made that peach cobbler and was able to use my own canned peaches and my own frozen peaches, that was such a wonderful feeling. And it gives you such a, I don't know if pride's the right word, but I did that. And it came from either my purchase, or I preserved and didn't let things go to waste, and I'm using it, and it's just a really good feeling, and I would love for you guys to experience it. So we'll be doing, canning season is upon us, so you'll probably see more canning videos, just because that's happens to be what I'm doing. So not tomorrow's video, but Thursday's video is going to be, I'm going to bring you guys up to speed on the greenhouse nursery adventure that the kids are on. I'm going to kind of show you where it was when we went in, kind of where it's at now. It's kind of all tore up now. And what we're doing, what our plans are, and asking you guys for some help and advice. So you don't want to miss Thursday's video. It's going to be very interesting. There's going to be some sit down here talk where I ask you things that I need to know from you guys. And so there's going to be a lot of questions for you on Thursday's video. And also a lot of information, us just telling you what's going on, us bringing you up to speed and showing you in depth the area. So stay tuned for that, because like I said, we're going to need your advice and your help and just your thoughts. So this is something we know nothing about. And the kids can definitely use your help. We are excited to get it up and going so Bryant and I can be hands off as much as we can be. All right. I guess I'm going to end today's video here. I know it was a short one, but I got to get to canning some peaches. Not peaches. It ain't time for peaches. I'll be canning some squash. So, all right, I will see you guys next time. Remember, if the grease is hot enough, you can fry anything. Bye, y'all.